Welcome to
Welcome.
Pocha 89 again, everyone.
Welcome back.
All right. It's been a very busy week. Let's
Has
talk about our week.
there's a lot happening in January.
Really, what is it?
Political climate is
Oh,
one,
yeah,
but
inauguration
there's
ceremony.
also like Lunar New Year is coming up.
Hmm,
So for some reason, a lot of our friends' birthdays are around this time.
that is so true. Yeah,
Your
that's
annual
true.
like February,
Yeah, February too.
every weekend.
Yeah, it's gonna be
There's
busy.
yeah. There goes our New Year's resolution.
I mean, we're living it. It's fun. Um, we're back at Jesper's place again.
Yes, and today I didn't make it. I heated it up, but we have Taiwanese stinky tofu,
Yeah.
delicacy of
Oh my
Taiwan.
gosh, this smells so
Honestly,
good.
one of my favorite foods in Taiwan.
This is,
It's either you like it or you hate it.
oh yeah, it's so true.
Like durian. The
Oh, I love it.
smell for stinky tofu for me is like it's like a deep umami garlic soy smell. But
Mm.
for some people it smells like rotten socks.
Interesting, because it smells like a rotten socks to me,
Oh.
but I just love it because that's
It's
what attracts
yeah,
my attention
I
into that
agree.
dish. It's so good. It's so good. I love stinky tofu, especially this specific one is sent by Jasper's mom all the way from San Francisco, and it is one of the best that I've ever tasted in my life. That whenever she sends one, I'm like, I have to be here to eat it.
How
So
would
that's the
you
thing.
how would you describe the taste of stinky tofu to somebody who's never had
Are
it?
you sick?
I'm not sick.
Good. All right. How would I what?
I have a sore throat because I was roasting chili flakes
Oh
and
yeah.
it burned my esophagus.
Well, I felt it when I walked in, but what were you saying?
How would you describe stinky tofu to people that's never had it?
Oh, hmm. Very fluffy, airy, sort of dry on the outside, chewy in the inside tofu. That smells
The smell's a big
atrocious.
factor.
Oh, it is the big factor. It yeah. That's what it makes
It adds the
stinky.
taste.
Yeah.
The tofu itself is always deep fried.
Mm,
Well, there's different types of stinky tofu.
mm,
The type we're having today is usually is deep fried
mm,
and it's super crispy on the outside,
mm.
very like soft and fluffy on the inside.
Yeah.
I don't know what they do with the tofu to have that like pungent smell, but the tofu itself doesn't taste like regular tofu. And then on top of that, we add this kind of like really garlicky, sweet soy sauce on top.
Right. Yeah.
Usually we put some like chili in there too.
Yeah.
And then we eat it with
Mm-mm.
Taiwanese style kimchi,
Yeah, which
which
is
is
sweet.
very sweet compared to
Mm.
the Korean ones that
But it
people
balanced out so well with the
yeah.
stinky tofu because the stinky tofu is kind of like salty, sweet-ish, and this is just like nice,
It's
sweet.
also like cold, like
Cool. Yeah,
it's the opposites at balance.
exactly.
Tangy, sweet, cold,
Hmm.
spicy, hot, crunchy.
Yes. If they sell this in Korean pocha, I would order this every
I
time.
don't think Koreans like stinky tofu.
Shame. I mean, it is. I mean, they don't. Shame. Koreans are not used to herbs, herbal spice, um, spicy stuff. Or not spicy stuff, spices and herbal stuff, and also like stinky stuff. So like that's the reason why when Koreans travel like to Southeast Asian countries, the first thing they complain about, not complain, but they're scared of trying their local food that are made from all these spices and herbal stuff. When there's this weird distinct flavor or smell, the first reaction is like, oh, I don't know if I can taste it. Because if you think about it, Korean food consists of mostly just garlic, pepper
Korean food's very
powder,
herbal. They use a lot of like Chinese Oriental medicine in cooking.
herbal, but there's only certain stuff that we use, right? So when you smell something else that you're not aware of, your immediate reaction is, oh, I don't want to have it. And Koreans are not actually known to be adventurous eater. I think recently.
You're making a lot of big claims here.
No, here's the thing. My experience, like growing up in Southeast Asia, I had a lot of Korean travelers coming in, or my cousins, relatives visiting Indonesia, because Bali is Indonesia. There's a lot of things to see. They only like certain stuff, right? When there's certain food that I order for them to try, with this sense of pride, I'm like, this is Indonesian food, and they're like, oh, I don't know, it doesn't smell right, and I'm just like, really?
I will say like the Indonesian style of food and taste
Mm.
is very different from at least East Asians. I feel like
True.
Indonesian food is like on a sweeter side.
Indonesian food is more on the savory side,
Okay.
I would say, and salty side. Yeah, because it's a very hot tropical country. They like to salt a lot of things. Like they salt fish and let them dry, and they would fry them. Like a lot of those stuff are like, oh, and they use a lot of coconut milk.
Love coconut.
Yeah, that is very, very Southeast Asian thing,
Yeah.
right? Put coconut milk in their food to make curry or any soup-based dishes or casserole, stuff like that. So, interesting fun fact.
What did you bring to drink on Thursday?
So today we're drinking Chungaha. It's called 별빛 Chungaha, Starlight Chungha. It's carbonated rice wine with natural and artificial flavor and artificial sweeteners. Oh my god, a lot of artificial. But Chungha is very similar to. Oh, bless you. Chungha is very similar to. I would say honestly, soju. In terms of the texture and alcohol content.
I feel like I've had this, but I don't remember what it tastes like.
Cool. We're gonna find out. Let's try.
We didn't have to both open the bottles.
Well, one bottle per person, I guess. If it feels thick, it feels like vodka when I've poured it.
Cheers.
Cheers. Okay, this is not the Changha I used to know. Honestly, I didn't read the carbonated part, so yeah. I thought it's gonna be like the soju one, but this reminds me of like prosecco. Like prosecco.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think this is a very like light and easy drink for
Wow.
Sunday morning.
Oh yeah. Oh, you know what? Yeah. Wow. I support this. I endorse. This actually pretty easy to drink, I realize. You can drink this like at least 2-3 of them.
It's what? 5%?
7%.
Okay.
So for those people who can't handle alcohol too much, you can go ahead and try this.
Alcohol, this really doesn't taste like
wow.
alcohol.
It doesn't. Wow, this is actually really good. I can drink this like a lot, like at least 10.
Well, you can drink like straight up vodka a lot.
Oh yeah, that's true. Like the entire bottle, right? All right. So today is January 20. Is it 6th?
26. Lunar New Year's is coming up.
I'm sorry. I gotta stop you right there.
It's good, right? I think any Taiwanese person, if they smell this, it just like takes them back, like streets of Taiwan.
I know I'm just saying this as a joke, but sometimes I question if I'm actually Korean, because I find delight and love and joy just simply from eating like all of this Taiwanese food.
I
The
think it just
noodles.
means you love eating.
That's so true. That is so true. This is so good. Anyways, what I was trying to say is we're only 3 days ahead.
I think Chinese New Year is on Lunar New Year's.
Lunar New Year is on 29th.
Wednesday, right?
Yeah, so it is 29th. So we are what?
Oh yeah, 3 days.
We're 26. Yeah, we're in 3 days. It's going to be Chinese or Lunar New Year. Wait, there's nothing wrong to say either one, but
I mean, Chinese people celebrate it.
Korean people celebrate it. Vietnamese, Filipinos.
I found out Japanese people don't celebrate Lunar New Year's.
Yeah, I think they don't.
Yeah, interesting.
They don't believe in the moon. They believe in the sun because that's why their flag is also sun.
Anti-moon,
Anti-moon.
but they got Sailor Moon.
Oh, yes, they do. Oh my God, what a hero. Wait, how? I like that. Can we come up with that? Like we should do a little research. We'll
Why?
or tell us in the comment.
Oh, why they?
Yeah, like why don't they celebrate Lunar Year? Because I feel like if anything,
I mean, I'm sure there's some historical reason.
yeah. Okay, well, anyways, I know Vietnamese they celebrate. Maybe if correct me if I'm wrong, I'm gonna butcher this, but they call it Tet or Tet or Te.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, Vietnamese Chinese New Year, Korean celebrate it, Filipino celebrate it. I know Singaporean celebrate it, Malaysian they do also. So it's like, not maybe not all Asian, but it's a pretty big Asian holiday. And that's our topic today. So what is your plan for Lunar New Year?
Usually, Lunar New Year's, we go out to have dim sum.
Mm.
So I think the weekend of it, I'm gonna try to go have dim sum.
Ooh.
But the day of, actually,
Mm.
there's like a networking event
Mm.
that's like Asians in advertising.
Oh wow.
So I'm going to go to that network, I guess.
With whom?
Other people. Other
Is there any
Asians.
specific like demographics?
Asians
Just like any Asians?
in advertising?
In advertising. So anyone who's in the same field as you.
Yes. I don't think
Okay.
they have to, but it's hosted by Asians in advertising.
Okay. Wow.
It's
Interesting.
weird because not weird, but like I'm really bad at networking.
You are.
Okay, well, then I have to agree to that quickly.
Sorry. I mean, Jesper needs some time.
I don't do small talk.
Oh, you don't.
Don't really like give compliments.
You don't do small talk. You
I'm
don't do
missing something.
compliments. You only punch people in the face, not physically, with a wise word.
Yes.
And yeah, really. You always have that one big like punchline that just like surprises everyone.
Just drop it,
Yeah,
leave the room. That's all I need to do.
there you
Anyway,
go.
I'm working on small talk. I'm working on networking. Working on, making friends with random people. It's hard for my type of personality.
Even though you said it's hard for someone with a personality like of yours, as a person who always see you while when we hang out in a big group, you do play role of someone, that gathers people's attention. I don't know. There's something about you that always attracts people's, attention, I guess, interest. So I'm sure you'll do fine.
Yeah.
You just don't. I think you're kind of negative about your social skills. But when I see you in social group, you play your part, and usually those parts are the important ones too.
Like, hold the bucket before you puke.
Yeah,
Or tap your back when you're.
yeah.
Hold your hair up.
Hold my hand or push me before I punch someone's face.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are very crucial points in life that you jumped in and then, try to drag me out of that little dark loophole I'm about to fall into. There you go.
Yeah.
I mean,
Back to Lunar New Year's. What are you gonna do?
on the day of, I'm just gonna work. Honestly, Lunar New Year isn't really a big thing for me ever since I came to the States and lived by myself. Yes, I want to hang out with friends, but that usually happens on the weekends, right? So on the day of, I don't know if that spirit is still there anymore. Like I would, like in my head, I would know that, oh, it's a Lunar New Year day, but not necessarily feeling like I'm celebrating anything.
It's hard to celebrate Lunar New Year by yourself.
Yeah. And also like when you are in a country where majority of the population don't celebrate it together, That's so like the entire city or wherever you like or county or small town you live in don't really don't really set the mood to celebrate it. It's kind of hard.
I heard though, my friend,
Mm.
her son gets Lunar New Year's off, like as a holiday for school.
Mm.
So I think that's a new thing.
That's a new thing.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's nice.
True.
I remember when I was a kid, like really young, I would try to request the day off too. Like tell the teachers like, hey, I'm observing a holiday.
Mm.
Because like my family, that's big Lunar New Year celebrations. Yeah.
Interesting. Growing up, because I grew up the first I would say not half, but at least first quarter of my life, I grew up in Asia, so Lunar New Year was such a big deal. And like I said, if you live in a country where like they treat Lunar New Year as like a national holiday, you can see how the entire mood has been set on that specific day or for that specific day. Like people are going out with a certain costume or outfit, or uniform, whichever you call, which anywhere you go at a mall or at a restaurant, they decorate the entire place. So you feel it like as if the entire world around you welcomes you with a sense of, excitement to experience that Lunar New Year's Day. But I guess in the US, honestly, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, like, in the US, Lunar New Year is a very Asian thing, so they don't necessarily celebrate as a national thing. So the mood is not set unless you go to like certain part of Chinatown, right? Which I live around Chinatown in Queens area, so I do sometimes feel it, but pass by that area, I don't feel it at all.
Okay, you have to pick Lunar New Year's or what are Solar New Year's, the regular New Year's.
Oh, I'm very much Solar New Year, the
Why?
regular
What do
New
you like
Year.
about it?
You know, I don't know. Like, here's the thing. This is the reason why. I think it's just out of habit and out of culture. Almost the entire world celebrates New Year's on from the December 31st going over to January 1st, right? Lunar New Year's.
Is it true though?
Well,
Considering the amount of
here's
people.
the thing that's why I said culture or out of culture or habit,
Mhm.
right? But most countries, celebrates New Year's from, like going from December 31st to over to January 1st. Lunar New Year, not everyone, not all countries celebrate Lunar New Year necessarily. So it feels like, I don't know, it feels still kind of foreign to me.
Even though you grew up with Lunar.
Even though I grew up with that culture, if I had grown up in Korea, where just like China, probably all other Asian countries that celebrate Lunar New Year, where there's mass, what do you call that? Movement,
Oh.
travel from people from one side to the other. They're all going to relatives' place. They choose one place. They choose grandma and grandpa's place. All the family member goes. Like there's like a mass travel there, right? That happens in Korea. So if I had grown up there, maybe this is a topic that I can, sort of like see, and maybe I could have chosen the Lunar New Year thing, but I don't know. Even though I grew up in Asia, I grew up in Indonesia, where I mainly spend my Lunar New Year with my parents only and just close family around us. And we didn't celebrate it as if it's like a major big thing. It doesn't feel like always, it doesn't feel like an actual New Year's welcoming celebration. It's more like another holiday. Whereas moving from, December 31st to January 1st, the entire world is like celebrating together. We're texting each other, calling each other Happy New Year from Ireland to Germany to anywhere, right?
Yeah,
It's such a different vibe.
that's true.
And how about you?
I'm definitely like more. I'm team Lunar New Year's because I feel like
Wow.
there's just so much tradition and it like teaches people stuff too. So Lunar New Year's that you meet up with all of your extended family members. You like have to give them a greeting. Like teaches you respect, teaches you to be humble.
Mm.
You also get money as a kid. Like that was great. You don't get money during New Year's, January 1st. But actually, I think this might be only a Chinese thing.
It's a Korean thing too.
Koreans get money.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so there's a gathering of your family members that you don't see often. Like, I don't think family members all gather during January 1st or December 31st. There's a tradition of like, even your most extended family come.
Right.
Yeah, it's just like, it's so much more important than December 31st, in my opinion.
Mm.
And I think everyone should celebrate Lunar New Year's
Mm.
because it gives everyone a chance to really connect with their family
Mm.
and, you know, connect with their parents,
Mm.
get their red envelopes.
Mm. Mm. Okay. Now, speaking of Lunar New Year, what type of things as customs, right? What type of things that do you do in your country? I think that's very interesting to talk about.
I think red envelope is the biggest thing.
Are you talking about Taiwan?
I grew up like living with my dad's side of the family,
Oh, so
so
China.
Chinese.
Mm.
But I also feel like maybe like Asian Americans celebrate it maybe
Mm.
a little different from people in China. Like
I'm
maybe
sure,
some of
yeah.
it's lost. Maybe there's not the right food or accessibility.
Mm. That is true. So, like, what are the things that, that Chinese people do?
Red envelopes, you always greet your parents and your grandparents.
Mm.
And there's always a big feast
Mm.
that involves like a land dish,
Mm.
ocean dish,
Mm.
no sky dish,
I
land,
know.
sea, sky.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. In Korea, we call it land, sky,
Um,
sea.
yeah. And there's definitely foods that sound like certain words in Chinese. So we eat that food for like prosperity or long life.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's interesting. So, my culture, we celebrate Lunar New Year. First of all, we travel to our grandma and grandpa's place. That's the first thing you have to do. That's why there's mass travel thing.
The grandma lived at my house, so everyone came to my
Ah,
house.
there you go. So we would drive or fly to our grandparents' place. The first thing you do is you have to wear Korean traditional hanbok, traditional, what do you call it, costume. And you walk in, and the first thing you would do is you have to bow to your grandma and grandpa
Oh.
respectfully. And then after that, the second oldest, it could be your, I don't know, uncle and your aunt, whoever next is the oldest, you have to bow to every single married people. You're not supposed to bow to anyone who's not married. And usually kids bow to them, but doesn't it's not limited to kids,
I don't
anyone.
think I've ever bowed to my grandparents.
Yeah, that's a Korean tradition. And immediately when you bow and you stand up and you say, Happy New Year, hope you prosperity and longevity and everything, that's when Korean grandma, grandpa, or mother, father, they take out money and give it to you. So we don't use red envelope. Some people use white envelope that people usually use to, write and put in a letter. Usually you just give the money. show it like
Cash.
cash, like ka-ching ka-ching, you know. And then big feast, yes, it's such a big feast with all different type of food, but there's only certain food you are supposed to cook for Lunar New Year, not any type of food just because you like it.
Mm.
So like kalbichim, the short braised short rib, tteokguk, the rice cake soup. These are the typical New Year's, food.
Mm.
You're not technically not supposed to cook anything other than that, like chicken feet, like disgrace. But yeah, that's like Korean tradition, and I realize a lot of them overlaps between like a lot of different Asian countries. But
Yeah.
I realize I heard like Filipino Lunar New Year and then the Vietnamese Lunar New Year is kind of different. We don't have anyone to prove it for us, but we have all the
My
viewers. So,
cousin's husband is
mm.
Vietnamese.
Ooh,
So whenever we do have feasts, their side of the family brings a lot of Vietnamese food.
mm.
But that's about it. That's all I know about it.
Yeah,
Eating part.
this is the thing. Even the way we talk about, the way we describe our Lunar New Year experience sounds so limited compared to those people who actually live in the country.
Yeah.
Right? I feel like if you celebrate Chinese New Year or Lunar New Year in China or Taiwan or Korea or Vietnam, I think the entire country is celebrating.
Yeah.
So you technically, I guess, like just like I said, as Korean, you're not technically just bowing in front of your grandma, grandpa. Anyone, like any neighborhood that you would visit their home and bow,
Wow.
and they'll give you money. It's like a tradition.
I do wish though, in Chinese culture that you have to wear like the old clothes from the dynasties
For what?
for New Year's. Because you said
You
you have to
wish?
wear.
Yeah, we have to wear hanbok.
I
Yeah.
don't think Chinese do that.
I mean,
Like I would love to own one of those like
yeah. That's why Korean people, not so much this generation. Correct me if I'm wrong, but growing up as Korean, every time you grow, like almost like every 3, 4, 5 years, me personally, my family, we had to buy new hanbok from Korea because you always have to wear. Here's the thing, like as we get older, getting into a modern time where we're all separated, we all live in different country or different state, different city. It's just not easy together as a family anymore, so we don't really hold on to that part of the tradition anymore because there's no point of buying like spend hundreds of dollars to get a new hanbok and just not wear it or but I miss that tradition. Like I have my old hanbok in Indonesia, my parents still have them.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
It's actually fun and it's really nice. I really want to have it one day. Hopefully, this channel lasts till next year. And next year, Lunar New Year, why don't we wear those?
Yeah. I'm gonna wear the one with the king's crown with the jute beads and
Aren't you concubine? Don't you have to wear like the girl hanbok?
cheers.
Ooh. Anything about Lunar New Year that you want to bring up?
It's sad because I don't get any money this year.
Girl. I'm sorry. Man.
I think people who live by themselves, like away from their family, you don't get any money. Also, I think it's like Chinese tradition where
Mm.
only married couples
Mm.
give out red envelopes.
Yeah.
But I'm at an age
Mm.
where like I
You're
should be
supposed
giving out envelopes, but I'm also not married. So can I still get them?
But see, there's a correlation there.
What?
Like children bow only to the married one because married one are the only one allowed to give money.
Mm.
But I'm at that age where I feel like I have to bring out my wallet and stack some $20 and give it to all the young children who's bowing in front of me. I'm like, you're not supposed to bow yet, but
So blessing and a curse.
by age, yes, I guess.
I can't give money. I mean, I can't get money, but I don't need to give money.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God, that's a curse. Because one time I spent Lunar New Year with my Korean friend here, and their children, they like didn't bow like traditional bow in front of me, but they say hi and wish me good luck and New Year's. I had to take out $20 bills.
20s?
Girl, yes. And I gave it to every single one of them, and I'm just like,
In this economy?
well, like I said, this is like back in the days. Oh no, I'm not that old, but you know, this is like a few years ago back. But whoa, I was like, I'm at that age where by tradition I should be married and have kids. Because back in the days, in our parents' generation or our grandparents' generation, you got married when you were like 17 and it was not weird.
No.
Look at us, 17 plus times 2 and still single. Cheers.
Who needs family?
We all do to a certain point now. It's just like it's not limited to your biological family, but also your friends
Chosen
around us.
family.
Yeah.
It's a big thing here.
We do. We are so blessed because we have this amazing group of friends that we've been friends with for over, I would say, the longest 4 or 5 years that we met in New York
Imagine
City.
we have to give them red envelope. Absolutely not.
Bankruptcy.
No.
Mm-mm.
I'll give you a dumpling.
Oh yes, a soup dumpling.
Yeah.
That's what I want. I don't need money. I want soup dumpling.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, we have such a blessed friends who we call family, and we're gonna spend time with them this year again. And no complaints. I am anticipating.
And everybody who's never celebrated before,
Mm.
find some time to gather your family or chosen family
Mm.
and just talk to each other,
Yeah,
connect.
yeah,
People who you haven't seen in a while,
yeah.
with them.
Mm-hmm.
This is a good excuse to do it.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't have $20 bills, just get single dollar bills and throw it at kids.
Or a frozen dumpling.
Okay, sorry. No, we're not talking about strip shows. Sorry, I said single dollar bill. That sounds wrong. Get a $5 bill. Single dollar bill is very iconic. It has meaning.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Don't teach them the wrong things.
But they eventually will learn it anyways. That's the dark side of our jokes. Anyhow,
So, happy Lunar New Year's to everybody.
happy Lunar New Year's.
Yes.
Let's pour some more drinks before we go. Cheers. And let us know in the comments section down below how you spend your Lunar New Year in your country or wherever you are right now. We would love to listen. And you know, depends on how active the comment section is, we might make a follow-up, video about it.
It only takes one comment
Oh yeah, just one please.
because we have
Single one.
nothing.
Yeah. We have nothing yet, but please, just a single one.
All right.
But until next time. Oh, you know what? Okay, here's the thing. I need to bring this up. Thank God I remember. We never promote our social media accounts on our channel, and we never ask people to subscribe. Please
Like and subscribe.
subscribe, press like button. If you wanna put an alarm or notify button on, that would be great. If not, that's fine.
No, I've never done that for anybody. The
I've done
notification.
that. I've done that. That's
Oh.
why it's important. You want to get, you want to be keep posted, updated. But anyways, like us, subscribe to our channel. We are available on Instagram, TikTok, and Patreon. So whichever platform you feel most comfortable and you use often, you can see us over there too.
Happy New Year.